Autopsies have now revealed that some of the victims of a Kenyan cult, a church cult that is, have now been found with missing body parts or organs. Paul Mackenzie has been accused of ordering his followers to starve themselves to death in order to make it into heaven. The cult became the focus of national horror when the discovery was made of more than 100 bodies in the Shakahola forest. Reverend Tom Otieno is with the Anglican Church of Kenya and is back with us again this week to talk about the latest on this really shocking story. Reverend, a very good evening to you. What are you hearing in Kenya about these autopsies and the broader reaction from society now?
Very, very shocking details, Tendehile. What we are hearing is that some had missing body parts. What we are hearing is that some had been strangled before they died. So there are reports of possible murders, not just starvation, but also strangulation. We are also hearing stories that there are graves that are yet to be dug. So we have no idea where this is going, but the horror with which the horror that it has caused the nation is untold. And
you say the horror is untold, and is there still a sense in the country that there's likely more to come, more to be unearthed, uncovered in this horrific story?
Unfortunately, yes. That is the feeling across the board, that there is yet, there's a lot that is yet to be uncovered, and we don't know where it is going, but it is very horrific indeed. They have identified several sites that they are yet to start excavating. Most of the graves are very shallow, and the corpses are still there, which means that the deaths have been recent.
And some have described it as religious extremism, and I wonder if you think that is the appropriate way to describe what's happened in this case.
Yes, that is absolutely true. It is religious extremism, and it is carried out by people who have had no regulation whatsoever and do not belong to any organized church structures in terms of government and discipline, unlike people like us in the Anglican Church or in the Roman Catholic or in other mainline churches which have an order and discipline. Most of these are individually founded churches that have no oversight whatsoever. So that has become a very slippery path for us.
You and I, when we spoke, when this story first emerged, did talk about issues around oversight. I understand now there's a process, in fact, to develop a legal framework for scrutiny as well as regulation of religious institutions. But when we spoke with you 2 weeks ago, I think it was, the challenge with that is that there are so many churches that are springing up, not just in Kenya, I mean, we see pretty much the same in South Africa, that regulation may prove more complicated in practice.
That is correct. In fact, it's a daunting task that the government has decided to get involved in and to get engaged in. They have set some rules. They have also appointed a task force to oversee this process. The task force seemed to be consisted of people who are fairly familiar with others' task in the torturous path that this is going to be like. I pray that they will succeed, especially with that section of the church which is led by individually founded members, or which are subject to just one individual. That is where we are having problems, and that's where they are likely to encounter problems. I pray that they have enough mitigation to deal with that.
Reverend Tom Otieno, good to speak to you with the Anglican Church in Kenya.